tends to happen, you reject other people, but when somebody rejects you, it's like the end of the world. I just cannot believe somebody would do that to me. So yeah, don't do that. Hey y'all, welcome to episode 3 of Modern Disciple, the podcast. Y'all, I'm so excited about how consistent I've been being. I mean, I know I had like a little break between last episode and this episode, but it's okay because we are here now. So on today's episode, we are going to be talking about something that makes everybody just slightly uncomfortable, and that is rejection and how to deal with rejection in dating. I don't know why it makes everybody so uncomfortable, because literally everybody deals with rejection. Everybody has been rejected at least once. If you haven't, keep living. It's gonna happen at least one time. So we just want to talk about how to deal with it in a healthy way, so you're not sitting in your room on a Friday night listening to Maroon 5 and eating a tub of ice cream. But before we get started, the first thing I need y'all to do for me is hit the subscribe button down below. Y'all, we've been together for 2 episodes, going on 3 episodes, and you have yet to subscribe. We cannot have that. Like, we're supposed to be friends. We're supposed to be cool. I need you guys to hit the subscribe button. I'm going to literally give you a good 5 seconds, not that it's going to take that long, to hit the subscribe button. So go ahead and hit it so we can get started with how to deal with rejection. Have you hit the subscribe button yet? Are you done? You done? Are we good? Can we keep going? Yes? Cool. All right. So first thing I want to make sure that you are doing is do not take it personal. Like I said, everybody gets rejected. Like, it's nothing that, oh, it's just me, and why does this always just keep happening to me? Like, everybody else is in happy, healthy relationships. First of all, that's not necessarily the case. Get off social media. That was one of my issues. I kept looking at social media and seeing that everybody was just so happy and in love, and people flex, y'all. Like, that is just the truth of the matter. Don't get me wrong, there are definitely happy, healthy relationships out there, and they also might put their information on social media, but not everybody on social media is all happy and lovey-dovey. So stop more or less letting yourself consume that over and over again, so it makes you feel all isolated and makes you feel alone and makes you kind of take it to heart. Like, don't do that to yourself, because you're literally just going to make yourself feel bad. Like, who wants to sit there and make themselves sad? Like how we used to sit there and on purpose listen to sad music whenever we got broken up with or ghosted or whatever the case was. Like, you're literally making yourself sad. So don't internalize it. Don't, take it out on yourself, basically, because it's not being helpful. Second thing, kind of similar to the first thing, is do not get jaded. Like, do not let that experience of rejection jade you. Like, I know when I first got ghosted for the first time, I felt like it was the end of the world and all men were evil, and I just could not believe that somebody would be so low as to just sit there and ghost me and just not talk to me again. Sorry, y'all, got a phone call. But anyway, I just could not believe how somebody could be so low as to sit there and ghost me and just not talk to me again. I mean, even though I had done that to people before, and it's like kind of crazy, because why would I sit there and be mad if somebody did it to me? And I've done that to other people, and that's what tends to happen. You reject other people, but when somebody rejects you, it's like the end of the world. And I just cannot believe somebody would do that to me. So yeah, don't do that. Do not get jaded. Do not carry that same energy into your next relationship. That's why I talk about how important it is to heal, because the life can do that to you, where if something keeps happening to you over and over again, like you keep getting rejected, you keep putting yourself out there, like being loving, being kind, and you are not getting that same energy in return, like it definitely can get to you, make you feel like, well, I'm not gonna keep doing this to people. Like, I'm not gonna keep putting myself out there, because I already know, based off of my previous experiences, that it's always gonna come back on me wrong, or I'm gonna get played, or whatever. That's you being jaded. That's you letting your previous experiences more or less determine how things are gonna go in the future. And don't get me wrong, I do believe that you should be taking note and making sure that you reflect on what happened in your past, like practicing reflexivity is what it's called. And basically that's you looking at the situation in retrospect and saying, you know what, maybe I was being a little insecure there, or maybe I was being a little jealous, or maybe I was being a little bit too picky where all of that wasn't necessary. I can see why he might have thought I was naggy. Just practicing things like that. That's healthy, you know what I'm saying, to sit there and to try and hash out what you could do going forward. But when that turns into you just having a pity party and you just sitting there feeling sorry for yourself and you telling yourself or allowing the enemy to tell you all kinds of lies, like how nobody loves you or you're not worthy of being loved or how you'll never be loved. Like literally, y'all, like I used to sit there and do that. Like I was that type, and I would allow myself to accept getting treated any kind of way because I felt like I deserved that. Like I felt like because that's what the universe, God, was giving to me, I felt like, oh, that must be all I was worth. So I was sitting there getting into these relationships with these people who would lie to me and cheat on me and put their hands on me. Yeah, y'all, I was living a real life Tyler Perry movie. And I would go ahead and take it because I felt like, oh, that's all I was worth, or that's what I deserve because I didn't get anything any better. Heck to the no, y'all. Do not let yourself sit there and internalize that rejection and feel like you do not deserve any better, because I'm telling you, you do. And you might have some things you need to work on, because I definitely, in my past relationships and even now, have some things that I need to work on. I know one of the big things that I had an issue with back then was being super insecure, and it led to me being really clingy and being very cynical, not trusting them. And it's like, who wants to be with somebody who is clingy, wants to be around you all the time, but doesn't trust you and doesn't trust anything you say? Like, super duper toxic, right? So definitely make sure you are taking the time to heal so that you are not being jaded and bringing that jaded energy into each situation that you are in. All right, you guys, I'm gonna keep going. I got a couple more. But before we do that, I just wanted to make sure, did you go ahead and subscribe at the beginning of the video? Because if you didn't, now is a great time to go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Also hit the bell so that you can get notifications to know next time I'm going to be posting. So I'm going to give you another couple seconds to go ahead and do that if you didn't do it in the beginning. And definitely know that I'm gonna know if you didn't hit the subscribe button. I know how many people watch this video and how many subscribers I have, so go ahead and hit it. Stop playing. Did you do it this time for real? Yes? You good? All right, cool. So another thing I want to talk about doing that's going to definitely help you as far as making sure you're not jaded, making sure you're not internalizing all this stuff, is affirmations. Affirmations, honestly, y'all, has really saved my life, like my mental health for sure, because what you're telling yourself is so important. Like, I think that's the main reason why I always used to be like so down on myself and used to take all that rejection personally, because I would say in my head over and over again how I can't believe this is happening to me again. Like, what is wrong with me? Like, why does everybody else get to have love and I'm the only one that doesn't get to have love? Like, these are the things that I was saying to myself on a regular basis inside of my head. And affirmations honestly help kind of put your mind into perspective, help put you back in focus. Like, no, you're not, unworthy. No, you do deserve to be loved. And I literally would write out affirmations and put them on my mirror, because of course that's one of the first things I do when I wake up in the morning, get up, go look in the mirror, brush my teeth, wash my face. So I would literally put affirmations on my mirror so that the first thing I got up and did in the morning was look and affirm myself, say, I am worthy to be loved. Hey, you are beautiful. Like, do what you have to do. And y'all, this is not anything to be embarrassed about. And even for my guys out there that are watching, this is nothing to be embarrassed about, even for y'all. Like, even if you want to do it in a more subtle way, I have this app that I downloaded that sends me affirmations, every hour or every other hour or something like that. And they just pop up as notifications on my phone. So it just looks like a notification from any other social media. So it doesn't necessarily have to be as like outright as, writing an affirmation on your mirror so everybody can see it if they come and visit you. But even doing something like having the notifications on your phone or setting a reminder on your phone. In addition to the app, I have reminders that I set on my phone every day that pop up just like notifications and remind me of who I am and that I am loved and that I'm the apple of God's eye and that God loves me so much. Like, just having that energy, in your space on a regular basis, that definitely helps you, because then you're not sitting there thinking about how that person rejected you, or you're not sitting there thinking about how, I cannot believe that this keeps happening. And it almost gives you a hope, which leads me to my next point, which is to keep hoping. Like, you guys, I know it's hard out here. Like, I'm 25 years old, I'm still not married, you know, I still ain't found the one or anything like that. And it can get lonely, you know, it can definitely be difficult sometimes. I'm not always every single day this ray of sunshine where nothing gets to me or anything like that. That's not the case. And even when you have a relationship with God and you know you live with him and walk with him, you'll still have days. Like, trust me, it happens. However, you do not need to give up your hope, because honestly, that's what the enemy is looking for. That's the one who is sitting there getting in your head, saying all these negative things to you and trying to make you feel worthless or trying to make you feel like, you know, there's no hope for you. Like, you'll never find somebody. Like, that is literally just the enemy in your ear. And you say those affirmations, which is what is going to kind of combat that negative energy and keep your hope alive. Like, literally, it doesn't matter if it doesn't look like there is any men available out there or any women available out there that are compatible with you. Like, it doesn't matter if nobody is approaching you. It doesn't matter if the people that are approaching you are just not people you would be willing to give a chance to, which definitely happens for me sometimes. It doesn't matter. Like, you still continue to hope, you still continue to believe, and you still continue to speak life into the situation. You know what? I haven't found my man's yet. You know, my man's ain't found me. I haven't found my woman yet, you know, but I still believe that it's gonna happen. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and act like, oh, it's just never gonna happen because it hasn't happened to me yet. Like, I would be rich right now if I had a god doggone penny for every time somebody had said, well, if it doesn't happen for me by 30, I'm just gonna go ahead and give up. Like, literally, I've had so many people within the past couple months, and I don't know if it has to do with the pandemic or what, that people are really like giving up hope. But I've had so many people say to me that if it doesn't happen for them by 30, they're not even gonna try anymore. Like, they're just going to try and have a child with whoever's available at the moment, and then if they're married, they're not even gonna worry about getting married. And it's like, it's so sad. And don't get me wrong, like, it's okay, because there are definitely people out here that are, you know, supposed to live a life of singleness, and they're not supposed to be married, and that's perfectly fine, because, you know, according to the numbers, not everybody is necessarily going to be married anyway, and that's okay. But if you're not that type of person, but you're just saying that to yourself to, I don't know, kind of make yourself feel better, or almost trying to like protect yourself from hoping and being disappointed, don't do that, because honestly, you're doing yourself more of a disservice than you're helping yourself by sitting there and convincing yourself of something just to make yourself feel better, so you're not hurt or you're not disappointed. And trust me, y'all, everything I'm telling you guys is something that I used to do or I've been through myself. So I'm not telling you this because I don't understand. Like, I totally get it. I used to do it, and that's not the way you should go about doing it. You're really, honestly, more or less manifesting that into your life by telling yourself that, oh, you know what, it's probably not gonna work out anyway. Like, I'm not even worried about it. Like, I'm cool by myself. And it's like, you're lying. You're lying to yourself, because at the end of the day, you know you want to have somebody. God himself said it's not good for man to be alone. So you're not meant to be by yourself. And you don't have to, you know, pretend you're okay with just being alone and not having anybody around just because you don't want to feel rejected. And you're over there isolating yourself simply because you want to avoid being hurt. First of all, you can't avoid being hurt. You can't control people. You can't control, sometimes you can control your emotions, but you can't necessarily control them coming up. Like, you might catch feelings for somebody and it's like, dang, I wasn't trying to do that, but it happens. What you can do is control what that does to you. Like, are you gonna start acting crazy just because you got feelings for somebody? You know what I'm saying? Or are you gonna act crazy because you wanted that person and they rejected you? They didn't necessarily want you back. You know, no, you sit there and you do what I said. You don't take it personally. You don't get jaded. You don't I'm over here looking at my notes, y'all. You don't internalize it. You say your affirmations on a daily basis and you keep hoping. And that's what you have to continue to do. Like, I'm not going to say that all of a sudden it's going to get easier and you are just going to be able to handle rejection and it not hurt you. I cannot guarantee you that. However, if you walk through these steps, it'll definitely be a lot easier for you, and you don't necessarily have to walk around being all sad and feeling like it's all your fault, because it's not. I promise you guys, there's a hope for you. There's a hope for me. Like, we're not going to be alone for the rest of our lives. Like, even if you are one of those people that are going to be living a life of singleness, which is totally fine, you will be content, and God will give you peace about that. Like, you're not going to be sad. You're not going to be, moping around every day, listening to Maroon 5 and eating ice cream in your room on a Friday night. Get up and go out and get cute and just do it for you. Like, don't do it because you're waiting on somebody. Like, your life does not begin as soon as you find your man's or your forever woman or whatever. Like, you have a whole life to live before then and even during then. So, you guys, definitely let me know if this was helpful for you. If there are any other ways that you personally deal with rejection that I did not say, definitely comment below. You guys, make sure you comment too. Like, I hope you guys subscribe, because I told you twice, gave you 2 opportunities in this video to subscribe. So in addition to subscribing, make sure you comment, because adding more comments, adding more likes, that's what's going to get my video in the algorithm so more people can see it. And I know you guys want me to see it. I know you guys don't want to just keep this information to yourself. So share it, subscribe, comment, like, let me know what you think. And I promise you guys, I will be more consistent as far as my video posting. I'm really trying to stick with this once a week thing, so just bear with me. But definitely listen to the podcast on Apple Podcasts. Woo woo! I am officially on Apple Podcasts, y'all. Continue to watch the YouTube videos. If there's anything you guys want me to talk about, let me know. Comment, DM me, follow me on my social media platforms. And you already know I'm gonna be back next week in another video. Peace.